More concern this afternoon as the temperatures will continue to warm up over the next several days.
We have team coverage starting with KBOI 2's Devin Caney live in Eagle, where people are worried they may have to have more rescues before this is all over.
That's right, Brent and Natalie. And today I spoke with the property manager here at the Riviera Estates Mobile Home Park, who told me that all of this water he thinks actually comes from that irrigation canal that the man had to be rescued from earlier today. And if you take a look behind me, you can see it's all pooling mainly at the entrance of the park. And he believes it's actually moving downhill from Eagle Island State Park. And if you take a look at this video, water is flowing over the roads throughout the mobile home park, and firefighters have been monitoring the situation all week very closely, and specifically keeping an eye on the water quality because the homes run on a septic system that could become contaminated. And county officials haven't identified the specific source or cause of all the flooding, but the property manager for the mobile home park says it's overflowing from the irrigation canal that runs through the middle of the park.
And we are standing in the middle of the park. The two flooded entrances are that way. This is where the water appears to be breaking the bank of the irrigation canal, running across the road here, filling these lots, and running down the road to the entrance.
No one knows when residents will be able to get back into their homes in the park. The Army Corps of Engineers says flooding might not recede until mid-June, and the Red Cross has put a hold on their temporary shelter at the church in Eagle because they say it wasn't being fully used. And while water hasn't completely inundated a lot of the homes, it is inching closer and closer to that point. But right now, electricity and sewage and the water contamination are the biggest concern. In fact, just minutes before the show, a firefighter came up to me and warned me not to enter the water whatsoever, even though I am wearing rubber boots, because they're worried about things like E. coli and other things that can come from contamination. Reporting live in Eagle, Devin Caney, KBOI 2 News.
See where the levels are on the Boise River. Right now, the USGS gauge at the Glenwood Bridge has the river at just below 9,000 cubic feet per second. Now that's lower than it was earlier this week, but it's still well above average, in fact, well into flood stage. River managers say they could remain this high, the levels, for the rest of the spring, even into the summer.
And new at 4, the Big Wood River in Haley is projected to rise once again. It's been dropping the last couple of days, but the Blaine County Sheriff's Office says they do expect the river to again start rising next week. Flood stage is 6 feet. It's currently just under 5.
And of course, with the weather warming up, we can expect those rivers to rise. Let's go to Sierra Oshwin. She's filling in today for Roland.
Well, fortunately, we don't have any more rain on the way, so the conditions will continue to be dry, but temperatures are going to reach the mid-80s to upper 80s by this time next week. So obviously, great concern for us, considering we are going to see sunny and warm temperatures for the next 7 to 10 days. Here's a look at the Boise River flows right now. We are just above 8,900 cubic feet per second. Now you can see that the record flow was 9,800 cubic feet, and that was back in 1983. Obviously, we have dropped down about 1,000 cubic feet per second, but we are still high and much higher than we really should be for this time of year. Now looking at satellite and radar, we still have that flood warning in effect for that reason all along the Boise River, close to Nissa, just everything east of Boise. That'll be continue to be in effect until further notice. And as we take a further look, you can see that we do have this flood warning in effect for everything just north of Sun Valley, south of it as well, pretty much all of this area near the south central mountains. Now temperatures right now finally hitting that 70-degree mark in Boise, and this is actually the coolest that it's going to be all week. I'll see you what the next 7 days have in store for us in just a few. Back to you, Brent and Natalie.